Welcome. Sorry, guys, I'm actually on a webinar, so I'm live on Facebook, I'm live on Instagram, and I'm doing a live webinar on YouTube. So next time, if you want to view my videos, better YouTube because you can see the visuals as well of my screen.
Okay, we are live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What up, Sunny?
Hello.
What's crack-a-lacking, man?
Yeah, man, nothing much. I mean, we're still on lockdown and we're still trading. So yeah, nothing much, man. Nothing much. How's everything on your side there?
I'm a-okay. I'm a-okay. I'm also
Lovely
just
stuff.
chilling in this lockdown life, trading, eating some good food, been forced to kick, been forced to cook my own food and stuff. So I've been enjoying eating some healthy food and yeah, just spending time trading, chilling, and stuff like that. Welcome everyone to
Which is
the
good for you. Which is good for you, to me, because I know you're a big fan of Uber Eats. But yeah, go ahead.
yeah. I'm a big fan, man. What's up, guys? What's up, guys? If you can hear us on the live stream, let us know in the chat. Give us a high five in the chat if you can hear us today. I am with Mr. Mdlalose, and we are going to do a live market analysis with you guys. Um, so let us know what is happening. What is happening on our side there, and what's happening on your side. Hello to all the people out there.
Welcome.
Welcome. Let's just see if everybody is tuning in. We'll give everyone a minute before we start with our live stream. Myself and Sunny are going to be analyzing the markets for you today. It's been a very interesting day today. Very interesting day.
Yeah.
All right. We've got Dumiso in the live stream. We've got Dida. He says we can hear y'all, but you are not visible. What do you mean by that? Loud and clear. If you guys can see, if you can see Sunny's beautiful face on the stream, give us a high five. Give us a high five
I
if you
think
can
people
see.
can see me. They can't see you though.
Oh yes, I'm not visible. I'm just
Yeah.
trying to make sure this webinar goes properly. Okay, we had some issues last time, so I'm going to
Yeah.
be focusing on making sure the stream comes out nice, as well as showing you guys our beautiful charts so you know exactly what we are analyzing today. So you know what we are
Perfecto.
about. Okay, so if you can see Sunny, you can hear us, give us a high five. Sunny, what are you going to
Can you
be
guys see me?
Sunny, what are you going to be talking about today?
Well, to me, I'm just going to be reflecting on what the markets did today, but more than anything else, I'd also like to say welcome to everybody. And I have to say, guys, watch out for our next webinar. Our next webinar, I know I took to me by surprise. We are going to be talking about cryptocurrencies, and we are going to be actually giving us our top cryptocurrencies and the reasons why we want to jump into those particular altcoins. So the next webinar is going to be exciting. We are mainly into buying and holding the cryptocurrencies. Okay, when we talk about cryptocurrencies, we are talking about your Bitcoin, your Ethereum, your XRP, your Binance coin. There's quite a lot of coins that are available. But the next webinar, guys, before we even begin with this webinar, please tune in because we're going to be giving you our top coins that we are going to be investing in this year as well, because you know the returns in cryptos can be very crazy. So watch out for that webinar coming next. It's going to be me and Dumi giving us our top cryptocurrencies that we are predicting that they will gain value. It might be this year, it might be end of the year, it might be in 2 years or 3 years, but we are going to be giving you that. But other than that, I'm going to be showing people a couple of charts today, and then we're going to be going through what happened in the markets and sort of like doing aftermarket analysis. Because what I've realized is in the morning it's very hectic because we are both trading, and it's not easy for us to actually sit down and analyze unless maybe in the future we might open a live trading floor where we trade live with you guys on Facebook. It's something that might be in the cards, not yet because of our busy schedules, but in the future, yes, we might have something like that, that we physically trade with you guys online and show you when we are getting into trades and show you when we are executing the trade live on our platforms, because that is very important. Other people believe in actually holding them by the hand and actually doing those live trades together with them so that they can understand that this is how it's done. But today, I'm mainly going to talk about a couple of trades that did set up, and then also give you an analysis of what you could have done. For us to analyze in the morning, it's not that easy, even though sometimes I do put out a video on YouTube like yesterday. And it's usually the time, traveling from home to the office. I'm actually in the office now. As much as we on lockdown, I have other businesses to run. So I'm actually very, very mobile right now. I'm in the office. But yeah, to me, so I'm going to be running the guys through the charts. I don't know what else you wanted me to mention. Maybe do you have anything in mind?
Okay, what currencies are you going to analyze today so people know in advance?
Okay, cool. I just randomly picked a few pairs. I picked dollar CAD. I picked GBP dollar, which is now currently my favorite chart to trade, and also I've picked GBP yen and GBP Aussie as well. And yeah, these are the charts that I want to analyze now, because another thing is we don't want this video to be extra long, too long, like the one that we did our first time. We pulled in like nearly 2 hours. This one needs to be short and sweet and straight to the point, because we need to listen to our president a little bit later about the new developments, about what is happening around the country. So I've only picked four currency pairs to analyze right now.
All right, perfect. And with me as well, what I'm going to be analyzing with the traders today is I'm going to be analyzing, let me see, S&P 500.
Okay.
I'm going to be analyzing crude oil.
Oh
Um,
wow, to me,
yeah, man.
that's a crazy one. That's a crazy one.
Crude oil is going crazy today, man. And
Yo,
I'm going to analyze gold, and then finally I'll end off with USDZAR for the peeps. And then, yeah, that should be it. And if you guys are excited for our FX market analysis, give us a high five in the chat box. Welcome to Danny E. He's ready to go. Welcome to Dan Nobela. Welcome to Magic Fun. He's sanitizing his hands here. Don't worry about sanitizing your hands. Worry about the charts, my guy. We've got Walid over here, Walid. And yeah, let us begin. Sunny, you can take us through the first charts of the day. So Sunny's going to share his screen, and we're going to get popping with our analysis.
well. Can you see my screen, or you can still see me? Can people see me to me,
Yeah, I can see your screen.
or they can see my screen now?
We can see your screen. Yeah, bo.
Perfecto.
Yep.
All right, guys. Welcome once again. But so it's very simple. What I want to say is, when it comes to forex trading, when it comes to the market, the most important thing that I always teach, that I used to teach. Let me correct myself, because if I don't correct myself, I'll get these messages, people saying, "Please teach us this." For now, guys, let me put this disclaimer before I even move on and start analyzing the market. Currently, me and Dumi, we are not in the teaching game. We are not teaching anybody to trade. We are not running any courses. We've never run any courses. We we have courses that we have ran before. We've taught thousands of students, but currently right now, Dumi is not teaching people to trade. I am not teaching people to trade. We are purely doing this for fun and actually, you know what, getting ourselves occupied. And more than anything else, we are trying to help out a few upcoming traders that are still trying to figure out how they can actually be consistent in trading and make money in trading. So yes, for now, guys, please kindly don't send me messages and whatever. I'm not in the position to be teaching people to trade. Maybe at a later stage, maybe next year, maybe end of this year, maybe next month, there might be something like that we might run. But for now, we are not running that. Am I right, to me?
You are right,
Okay,
my
cool.
man.
So, yeah. All right. So when you look at the markets, right, you can clearly see this is a GBP USD chart. It's on a 5-minute. Okay, this is GBP USD. This is a 5-minute chart, right? The first and the most important thing that you need to master or that you need to understand is a currency strength meter. All right, let me actually open a new chart and show you exactly what I mean. Okay, so the most important thing is to understand the currency movement. All right. And for that, I am going to be using my favorite strength meter. Okay. The CCFP. That is my favorite currency strength meter that I'm going to be using right now. Okay. It seems like it's taking a little bit time to load. Just give it 1 second. Just give it 1 second. But in the meantime, we will start with the 4-hour time frame on GBP dollar. Okay. Why do we have to start with the 4-hour chart? It's very, very important to start with the 4-hour chart because you want to see the long-term perspective of things, okay? You want to see where there are buyers and sellers on a long-term chart, okay? So what I mean is you need to look at the 4-hour first. I don't know what is this. That is actually thingy. Sorry for that, guys. There we go. So when we look at the 4-hour chart, right, that's where we see the strongest levels of supply and demand. That's where we see the strongest levels where there were big buyers and sellers. That's very, very important. So when I look at GBP yen right now, without doing anything, I can already see the most important levels on my chart without even okay, there we go. So if we look at this bar and then we focus on this bar again, so there's a couple of bars that are actually interesting here. Okay, why specifically these 3 bars? Is because there was a big jump out of those zones. Okay, there we go. So there was a big push out of those zones. And when you see that happening, it means that it was a big buyer or big buyers that were involved in the market at that time, or big sellers. In this particular case, it's actually a big sellers, which is your financial institutions and banks. So you can clearly see there was a big jump there. There was a big jump there. Finally, there was a big jump to the downside. And now this is now a wall. Okay, this is now a wall of sellers that we know even in the future when the market goes back into those particular zones, we are looking for the markets to bounce from those particular zones, right? Will the market bounce from those particular zones? The answer is not all the time. But when we are trading, we want to stake the odds in our favor. No wonder why we want to identify those zones as the strongest zones so that we will know with a high probability what to do when the market gets there. All right. So GBPN. So the GBPN, we can clearly see jump, and then finally it's still going down right now. Now, when I go back now to my favorite time frame, which is my 5-minute chart, now I have to be very much aware of those particular zones if the price tries to go back to those zones. You can clearly see there was a zone there. Funny enough, the market actually reversed before even got into that zone. Okay. I don't know if someone else was so greedy and realized that if they don't start selling right away, they might actually lose that trade. You can clearly see this is the zone. The price, it was going to be good if it comes and touches that zone. Remember, this zone, we got it from the 4-hour time frame. That's very, very important. This zone, we managed to identify it on the 4-hour time frame, but on the 5-minute chart, the price could not even get there, and the market just reversed. But let me quickly look at something and see if it came closer. Not really, not really, because even if I go on the 5-minute chart and try to pick out this zone, because you can clearly see this 5-minute candle, it's a big push down. It shows that there is actually a sellers dominating on this particular candle. If I can just put in my horizontal line there, you can clearly see this candle right here. If I come down here on the volume indicator, you can clearly see that there was a big jump in volume, and it was sellers volume. So sellers on that particular zone dominated that particular price zone or that interest zone. So when you go back and look at the charts, you need to identify those zones as powerful levels where the markets are highly likely going to react from. So the most important thing is, when you are trading, you need to identify these zones, right? You need to identify these zones as a wall. So if the market has a wall, you can't be looking for a buying opportunity right next to the wall. Okay? Because if you are looking to buy here and you can clearly see this wall right here, you are highly likely going to get yourself into trouble, because when you buy here, you are buying into a previous interesting zone where there was a lot of selling. So that is not a good idea. You must never actually start looking for trades where you can clearly see that the market's pushed away with momentum, and you can clearly see that there was a big buyer or big seller behind that particular price zone. Okay, that's very, very important. I think, again, I have to say, on our upcoming webinars, I will give you guys a check zone. There are things that you need to tick before you take a trade. I'll give you an example of one of those. One of those things that you need to tick is the price approaching a supply or demand area? If the answer is no, you know if you are buying it safe, right? And if you are selling it safe as well, right? But if you go on your trade checklist and say, is the price approaching an area of demand or supply area? The answer is yes. You know that if you take that trade, you are taking a trade where you are not staking odds in your favor. Very, very important. So it's coming up in one of our upcoming webinars. We're actually going to give you the checklist. We are going to be attaching that particular Excel on our YouTube pages. By the way, you can also check out Aweh Millionaire to miss your YouTube page, so that you can actually get these freebies. But not to waste so much time, guys, if I go back and look at the daily again on GBP dollar, let me actually clean this chart as well. Let's clean this chart quickly and actually look at a clean chart. There we go. So if you go and look at GBP dollar, we're still on GBP yen, right? If I were to ask you, what are the markets highly likely going to do now? We can clearly see that right now, as I'm speaking to you, the markets are actually sitting on that zone right there. But the way they are approaching that zone, I'm actually almost confident that it will blow those levels apart with high probability. Even though, you know what, nothing is guaranteed in the market. You must not say it's guaranteed it will blow the levels apart. Let me rephrase that. It's highly likely to break those levels the way it's approaching the level. But remember, you can clearly see that from this particular zone, the market actually went up. This was not really that much interesting, but it counts because this is a historic support level or a support area. So it's very, very important to actually watch out for when the market start going back to that particular zone. But if we go and now look at the next visible zone, it's this one right here on GBP yen. This might take months, this might take weeks, this might take a couple of days, but yes, this is the main zone that is clearly on the chart. But before this zone, we can identify other candles as well. Like, for example, this one, actually like how big it is and how it pushed up. Also, the open and the close is a little bit healthy there. So we might want to actually mark this as a possible zone before we even get down there. But on the daily, usually I don't like to look at a lot of levels because I don't want to have a lot of lines on my charts and end up confusing myself. So if I mark like this one, it's already broken. It's getting broken right now. Maybe I might as well, I might wait for tomorrow before actually see whether it broke the level or not. But this one would be my next interesting level, and then finally another level down there. So now, if we go back now to the smaller time frames that I personally trade, you will actually see that the markets are sitting on that daily level. Isn't this interesting? Remember that line that I actually plotted on the daily? Yes, the market actually pushed through the level, and now the market is hovering around that level, of which right now we need to find out whether the markets are going to break and continue to go down so that we can actually get involved in shorts more than longs. But right now, this is a bearish market. This is a seller's market. There's no reason for you to be mainly looking for big buying opportunities because there is pressure to the downside. Remember, the number one and the most important thing when you are trading is always trade with the trend. If you've got a pen and a paper, write that down. Always trade with the trend, because when you trade with the trend, usually most of the time you'll be safer. Why am I saying that? There's a lot of people that saw the bull run of Bitcoin, and they kept on saying it's about to reverse, it's about to reverse, it's about to reverse, and it kept on going and going up and going up and going up. So when the market is in a bull run, with high probability is going to continue that direction for a very long time, as long as there is volume and there is big buyers behind that particular move. So do not fight with the trend, actually flow with the trend. Now let's quickly look at GBP dollar as well. There were very nice trades today. I mean, if you are trading, I'm sure you actually caught these moves today, because these were very good and clean moves. I mean, I've never seen GBP see this nonsense for a couple of days, and then look at today, bam, we've got the markets breaking to the downside, and yeah, we might actually have a healthy downtrend for the next coming few days. So watch out for GBP shorts. Yes, I said it, watch out for GBP shorts. So tomorrow, if the market, or not even tomorrow, on GBP dollar right now, we'll go to the 4-hour chart. GBP dollar and GBP yen, they are very, very related. So it's currencies that most of the time do follow each other. They go in the same direction, even though it's not all the time, but the correlation between the two is very, very high. So this is the first level that I'll be interested in, to go short, by the way, not long, to go short. All right. So when the market is approaching this level, right, I won't be looking for a buying opportunity, mainly because of this. Also, if it starts approaching that level up there, I am not looking for a buy. Mainly, I'm looking to see what the markets will do here. If the market breaks through the level, good enough. We know now that, you know, we are actually, the trend is changing. We might be going up. But more than anything else, when the market gets here, what I'm looking for, right? I am looking to see if the volume will increase and the sellers will dominate that particular zone. Okay, two things that I'm looking for. There we go. Let me minimize it so that you can see. So if the market decides to go up from here, where it is right now, and go to this zone, right? All I want to see volume of sellers increasing. I want to see sellers dominating, okay? I want to see sellers dominating here, and I want to see the volume increasing. For example, this is what I mean, guys, so that you can understand. When the price gets back to this level, I want to see something like this. I want to see volume increasing, as you can clearly see here, and I want to see red bars telling me that yes, volume is increasing, end, it's sellers that are actually in control in the market so that I can take my short and make my money. That is exactly. So I'm looking for something like this when the market start approaching this level or market touches this zone. I'm looking for buyers for sellers to dominate and for sellers to start controlling that level. And finally, we are going to be looking at a CAD, of which I don't think it was one of those pairs that are behaving very well today. The man was actually in GBP pairs and Euro pairs today. Okay. Now, we have a healthy uptrend, to be quite honest. Dollar CAD is in a nice uptrend. But again, let's ask ourselves, is the market approaching a support or resistance area or a supply or demand area? That is the first thing that we need to ask ourselves. For example, in this particular case, yes, it is, right? You can clearly see this is where the market pushed down, right? It means that there were sellers right here. Now, if it did not get an opportunity to buy on this bar or buy on this bar, when the market is here, now you need to fold your hands and wait until you know, or until you wait for volume and price to tell you which side of the market is dominating. Because when it comes to trading, when you are trading, the only thing that you hunt for every day, you are hunting for, are there more buyers than sellers in the market? If you answer yourself that question, you ask yourself, okay, is there volume behind this selling? Or is there volume behind this buying? If you manage to identify those things, if you manage to see those things on the chart, you will know which side of the markets you want to be on. That's why I'm saying people never believe that Bitcoin will keep on going up and up. And some of us, we bought Bitcoin, we made money out of it because we were not guessing, we were simply following what the markets are showing us. It's exactly, Doom is going to be talking about oil later, so that's going to be very exciting. If you see the oil falling, keep on falling, and you want to be buying oil, that's a big problem. To me, it's a very big problem because you're trying to catch a falling knife, right? Let the knife fall and then pick it up when it's down there. Because for you to try to predict where the market will reverse when it's going hard against you, or it's going down, or it's going up, it's asking for trouble. It's nearly, you are not trading there, you are guessing. Because for that matter, you can start trading and start buying something that is going down, and 2 days later it can be 300 pips against you, 500 pips against you, because you did not look at who's in control. Is the volume backing up that particular a bull run or bear run? If you can answer yourself on that, then you'll know with high probability what you need to do. So Kate, quickly, this, we are on a daily chart. You can clearly see we've ran into that resistance area. And let me go quickly to the 4-hour chart and see what's the story on the 4-hour chart, what is happening on the 4-hour chart. Okay, you can clearly see on the 4-hour chart, we've got this reaction. We don't know what the markets will do, but when the markets are here now, more than anything, I want a selling opportunity. Okay, I am looking for a selling opportunity, not a buying opportunity. Unless the market start breaking that particular zone, then I will be interested in a buying opportunity. There we go. So if I can minimize this a little bit, so that you guys can see, that is that daily resistance level. You can clearly see it went up and then down. It's struggling at that level. Look at this nonsense that is happening right now. The markets are doing lower highs and lower lows. It's because mainly they've run into that particular resistance area. Even this short trade is not really that much interesting, because when I try to look down here on the volume and stuff, doesn't look really that much attractive. So that is my GBP analysis on the CAD. Always, what I want you to take out from this video is always try to find out whether the market is approaching a previous strong buying or selling level before you take any decision. If there's one lesson that we can take away from me today is, when I'm looking at a trade, am I looking at buyers? Am I looking at sellers? Okay. Number two is the market approaching a previous strong buying level or a previous strong selling level? Those are the type of the questions that you need to ask yourself. And finally, I am going to be looking at GBP Aussie. Yes, I'm going to be looking at GBP Aussie and put in my template quickly and clean up everything. And then we go GBP AUD. Let's see what is happening on GBP AUD. Okay. Again, start on a daily time frame. Start on the daily time frame to look to see a long-term perspective of what is happening in the market. So if you ask me right now what's happening here, to be quite honest, it looks like nonsense. Seriously, because the markets are still sitting on this resistance level. Yes, the market are sitting here. They went up, came back down, and then again. See the importance of identifying these levels, ladies and gents. It's because you can clearly see this is no mistake that the price is struggling here, right? It's no mistake. Only when the market breaks this high, right, it would have broken the market to the downside, because it would be making a higher high, and then from there the next interesting area will be up there, right? You can even go now to the 4-hour to see exactly where you need to start getting interested if you are in a buy trade here. So if it starts going up here, then it breaks here, you know that with high probability it might run for those levels, and that's where you need to be taking profit and looking to reverse the trade to the downside. So quickly, let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Let's look at the 4-hour time frame. Okay, let me minimize the chart. Yeah, okay. Looks like the level is exactly the same as the level on the daily. You can clearly see that is the level there. And if the market breaks this high, breaks that high, we are making higher highs and higher lows. So we are highly likely going to, for that zone. But you do not need to do that blindly. You need to wait and make sure that you see the price going up and the volume going up for you to be taking that particular trade. So if you ask me what GBP Oz is doing, really absolutely nonsense. So even tomorrow, you want to be focusing on GBP yen and GBP dollar. Those are the only trades that are looking much cleaner than any other GBP pairs. So if you want my own analysis, I'll be focusing mainly on GBP and GBP dollar. Not that I won't be looking at other these other trading pairs, but because GBP dollar and GBP yen, they're broken out nice and clean. Those are the most good. Those are good looking trades right now. So I might want to be involved in those particular trades. As I said, that the next webinar, it's going to be focused on cryptocurrencies, and then the other one again, we are going to be giving you the step-by-step of what to look for when you start when we are trading. And yeah, to me, I think that's what I wanted to share today. I know I had to rush through this thing because we spoke and we said it mustn't be that long. I don't know if you're there to me to take over,
I
but
am.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, man. That was awesome. That was awesome. If you guys enjoyed that, please give type in the chat. Thank you, Sunny, in the chat if you enjoyed Sunny's analysis. That was really awesome. There was some interesting views there, and also check in the description of the live video after we finish the live for the related videos to what Sunny was talking about, like obviously the GBP USD analysis. He did quite an awesome GBP USD analysis to this morning as well as yesterday. He predicted a trade and that played out the way he predicted, as well as so another video that he's going to be dropping tomorrow, his advanced support and resistance secret videos, where he shows you his best tool that obviously he's not going to be sharing with everybody, that he uses to analyze the market. You can also check his trading forex daily highs and lows video, and yeah, the other one where he talks about, like I said, his currency strength indicator that he developed for himself. And yeah, if you guys want to catch those videos, the links are going to be in the description of the live video. But if you're having fun, give us a high five in the chat. Magic Fun is having fun. We're getting thank you, Sunny there. Dan is having fun. So that was awesome. Now I'm going to take over and I'm going to talk about the currency pairs that I'm going to be analyzing today. And I'm going to be starting with the first currency pair of my analysis, which is going to be S&P 500. S&P 500. Let me know if you can see my charts. If you can see my charts, give me a S&P 500 in the chat if you can see my screen. Okay, and I'm going to start with S&P 500. Guys, remember we're in very, very interesting times right now in the markets. This current pandemic, this coronavirus situation, the markets are crashing, they're going insane. And whenever things like this happen in the market, whenever the economy is significantly influenced by things that are happening in the market, I always pay attention to S&P 500 because S&P 500 gives me a good representation of what is going on in the US market as well as what is going on in the US economy. So if you really want to know what's really happening in the world, S&P 500 must be your best friend. I know a lot of guys like asking about Nasdaq and Nas 100. Again, we don't trade what's in fashion, we trade what works. And S&P 500 is the institutional investors index. Okay, Nas 100 is highly correlated with S&P 500, but Nasdaq is the retail traders favorite index. Okay, but you know us, we smart traders, we trade with the smart money, so we always pay attention to S&P 500. So S&P 500, as you can see on my charts over here, what we had, and I've done a video of on this setup, where S&P 500 was actually testing a key resistance level. Okay, and I'm going to change my let me change my trend line over there so we can see exactly what I'm talking about. So pink is the color of today. So we had a very, very important resistance level, which again, supports and resistance we identify on the daily time frame, and then supply and demand we use the 4-hour time frame. Right now I'm on the 4-hour time frame, but the level that I'm talking about right here is from the daily chart. Okay, so we had an important resistance level. Obviously price came through, broke that level, and came back to retest that level. And not only did it retest that level, it retested that level with high volume. Okay, high volume, as you can see right over here. Okay, and this is where I entered the buy trade for S&P 500. I was long S&P 500, but also we had another important level, another level of resistance, which is this level over here that price has come back to test, and as we can see has bounced off, and this one closed in on break even. The other trade that I had was running from a long time ago. I did a video on that. I also closed this morning, and what we can see now is price has come back to test this level of support and resistance again. So what I'm waiting to see, okay, because again we always need to we need price action to show us what is happening in the markets, and then we need the volume to validate the price action. Okay, and that's why we trade with volume, because volume tells us exactly what the smart money is thinking. So what I'm waiting to see here is price simply going to just test this level again? Okay, it's going to bounce off this level, and if it does bounce off the level and continues to go back up, okay, I'm going to wait for confirmation of entry, being the buying momentum starting to increase, as well as the support of volume to confirm the trade. Or if
To me, 1 second, I can't see your screen. Can everybody see your screen beside me? Because for me, I can't see your screen at all this side. I don't know if it's on my side only or other people are sorted.
yeah, I think, let me know guys if you can see my screen. Let me know if you can see my screen. I think with you, Sign, are you still sharing your screen on Zoom there?
No,
Okay.
I'm not sharing.
Okay, where you looking? Where you
But it's
watching
fine
from?
if other people can see your screen. It's about them, not me. That's
Okay.
cool. Not a
Okay.
problem.
If you guys can still see my screen, let me know. Let me know in the chat. analyzing S&P 500. So let me know. Yeah, okay, they can see Dita just gave me
Perfect.
confirmation. Okay, perfect. So back to the charts. So the first thing I'm waiting for is price going to test this level? Is it going to bounce up? And again, I'm going to wait for the volume for confirmation, or if it's going to continue to break through this level. If it's going to continue to break through this level, then I wanted to break the level with high volume, and then I want to see the sellers to continue pushing the market down with the confirmation of volume. Okay, so again, guys, volume validates the price action. So you first wait for the price action to tell you what's happening in the market, and then the volume will give you the confirmation as to the smart money supporting the move. So we know that it's not a fake move. Okay, and if price does continue to go down, if it does continue to go down, then the next level, which I am going to look at where price is going, which I'm going to draw right about now. There's a few levels that I'm going to look at. Okay, there's two levels. If price continues to go down, that I'm going to look at. The first level, I'm going to add it on the chart right now, is going to be over, and let me change the color so you can see what I'm talking about. So the next level, if price continues to push down, is 2627.40, or if it continues even further, okay, see how price reacts there. There's two important levels which I'm going to identify. The second key level that I'm going to be looking at, again, this is support and resistance, guys, from the daily chart, is going to be 2479.40 as well. Those are the two key levels that I'm going to focus on if price continues to push down. But if price is just testing this level right now, then all I'm going to do is wait to see the bounce with the confirmation of volume. So that is that for S&P 500. Okay, if you understand what I'm saying and you are on the same page as me, give me a S&P 500 in the chat box. Okay, the next one that I'm going to look at is the infamous crude oil. Okay, crude oil. Oh my God. Oh my God, crude oil is plummeting like nobody's business, guys. I actually did an analysis of this trade on my channel. I'll put the link in the description as well. But guys, crude oil is plummeting. It is at all-time lows. People are scared. People are going crazy. Oil has never been this cheap before, ever in our life. It's creating new all-time lows. It's bad, guys. It's really, really bad. It's bad, bad, bad. But again, the benefit of being a trader is whether the market is strengthening or whether the market is weakening, you can still capitalize. And that's exactly what I did. So I'm going to show you this setup of oil, a quick setup. Again, if you want to watch the analysis again, you can rewatch the live, or you can watch the video that I did on my channel. The link will be in the description. But basically, again, we had a level of support and resistance over there. We had another level of support and resistance over here. But the important one that set up the trade was this level of support and resistance over here. That price gave us the clue as to what was happening. So if I zoom out over here, I want to show you exactly what is going on. So price was basically trading in a range. Okay, it was trading in a range. There was the top of the range, and this was the bottom of the range. Okay, and simply I was just buying the bottoms, selling the tops. I mean, in ABC terms. Okay, so the key thing was price going to break out on top of this range, or was it going to come back and break below this range and continue to create all-time new lows? And basically what happened is when price got to the top of the range over there, or the resistance level, it tested this resistance level. Okay, tested this resistance level with perfection. And when I say perfection, I mean, look at what happened. Look at this bar right here. Okay, look at this bar right over here. Tested the resistance level with high volume. Okay, let me move the vertical line so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. Tested the level with high volume, and this is exactly what I mean by you wait for the price action and then you wait for the volume to validate that price action, and that's exactly what happens. So tested the level with high volume, and now we need to see, is there going to be downward momentum? And yes, we had downward momentum with, again, confirmation of volume. We had high volume over there, and then we had that high volume spike, and that is where I entered the sell. Okay, and this was a week and a half ago. Okay, so basically I saw this happening from far. Okay, got into the sell over there, and basically I've just been trailing this trade, and I've been riding it very, very hard. Okay, and what happened last night and this morning is price came. This was the basically the lowest low that crude oil has ever been at, and basically what happened is price shot through that level and literally had been creating new lows, and basically it's just crashing and plummeting. So what am I looking at now? What I'm looking at, obviously, we need to look at what are the smart money thinking and what are the dumb traders thinking. The dumb traders are thinking, oh my God, crude oil is dropping, crude is plummeting. Let's just jump for the sell. Everybody's selling, the fear of missing out, etc., etc. So already, if you're not in the sell, okay, you need to be like very, very cautious. You don't just want to jump in the trade right now, because again, we know that the market is fueled by fear and greed. So what I'm waiting to see here is price really going to continue to go down, and I don't really know, because what we can see here is price tested this key level that you see over here with high volume. And we know when price tests a level of support and resistance, or a supply and demand level with high volume, we already know the banks are already stepping in. So are the banks already stepping in, pushing price further, okay, to trap more sellers in the trade? Okay, trap more sellers in the trade, but eventually what they really want to do is to continue to push price back up, and obviously maybe crude oil has bottomed out. We don't know, but again, what you need to do is you need to wait for the price action to confirm everything. So if you want to jump in for a sell, don't I wouldn't highly recommend for you to just jump in a sell right now. Wait for clear price action to let you know. Okay, and it's interesting now because it's all-time lows, so we don't know what level it's going to continue to go test, which is why it's not a good trade to take if you just want to sell. So my bias is I'm waiting to see for a possible buy. Okay, because everybody's looking to sell now. Obviously, we want to trade with the smart money, not the dumb money. So that's crude oil over there. If you guys are following with me, give me a crude oil in the chat box. Okay, I see a question there. When can we buy oil? We can buy oil, okay, when we start seeing price action going back up, when we can start seeing buying momentum. Okay, and I'm going to be waiting for the buying momentum right around this area over here. I'm going to wait for, let me deselect that so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. I'm going to wait for buying momentum in this area over here. Wait for the price action to show me that we've got higher highs, higher lows, or there's buying pressure with the confirmation of the volume. Okay, the volume is the secret to this all. The volume will tell us when is the best time to buy. Okay, guys. All right. So that's crude oil. Crude oil, give me a crude oil in the chat. I'm going to move on to the next analysis now. The next analysis is going to be gold. Okay. Gold. I'm on the 4-hour time frame. I am on the 4-hour time frame on gold, and I'm looking now here at supply and demand. Okay, remember Sunny mentioned earlier on, and I'm mentioning again, support and resistance, we look at the daily time frame, and then supply and demand we identify on the 4-hour chart. So gold, okay, I've done a video on how to trade gold using supply and demand. I'll put that link in the description as well. But what I'm looking at over here is gold is testing a demand level. Okay, it's testing a demand level, and it's also testing a demand level with high volume. Okay, and we saw this morning, and again, when price tests a demand level with high volume, it is a signal to buy. Okay, and I'm also strong on the buy because what happened this morning, I'm going to go to the 15-minute time frame. I actually missed this gold trade, but you can see exactly what happened this morning is, what happened this morning was price was comfortably going up. Okay, and a lot of people lost a lot of money on this gold trade this morning. But what we can see is gold all of a sudden this morning just shot down and started to drop like it was hot. Okay, and it started to drop. Accounts were blown, and where did it drop to? Okay, it dropped all the way to where? The demand level which I have identified over here. Look at this demand level. It's tested the demand level again with high volume. Testing the demand level with high volume. So if you saw this morning, I didn't see it. I would have entered this trade around this area over here, the most recent fractal high, and caught this trade all the way back to the other previous demand level. But what I'm going to wait for now is I'm going to wait to see if the buying pressure and the buying momentum continues to go up. If it continues to go up and break this level over here, okay, break this level over here with high volume, then I'm going to jump in for the buy, and I'm then going to buy all the way to the supply level. Okay, so I'm going to go back to the 4-hour chart so you can see exactly what I'm talking about. So if price, let me just delete these things here. If price breaks this level, okay, with the confirmation of volume, then I'm buying, and I'm going to buy all the way to where? The supply level, which is all the way at the top there. Okay, supply level which was identified using high volume. Okay, and I've done a free video training on how to identify supply and demand levels using FX volume. I'll put the link to that video in the description if you guys are keen, or just go to my channel and you'll find it over there. But gold, I'm looking to buy, okay, because we already know the market was pushed down to stop the people that were buying this morning, as well as to trap the amateurs to see prices going down and to sell. Okay, but already we trade with the banks, we don't trade with the dumb traders, so we're going to be buying gold. So I'm looking to be buying gold in the next coming few days or moments or whatever it is in the future. Okay, so that's gold. If you guys are following with me with gold, give me a gold in the chat. If you are with me on gold, give me a gold in the chat box. I see some questions here. How can one understand volume? Look, man, volume is a very, very deep topic that myself and Sunny can talk about for hours. Okay, volume is a very, very deep topic. It's taken me years to perfect my volume trading. It's taken Sunny years also to perfect his volume trading. So how can one trade volume? I mean, just watch my videos, watch Sunny's videos, and you'll learn all you need to know about volume. Okay, and what volume indicator do you recommend? Myself, I recommend the simple volume indicator from MetaTrader. Okay, the simple volume indicator from MetaTrader, or you can go even deeper. You can use a tick volume indicator that Sunny talks about. So you just go to Sunny's videos. He talks about tick volume, and then you can download his tick volume indicator from one of his videos. I'll put the link in the we'll put the link in the description as well. But myself personally, I just use the basic simple FX volume indicator from MetaTrader that your broker gives you. Okay, so that's gold. And then the final analysis before we end this beautiful live stream is USDZAR. Okay, USDZAR. Dollar ZAR, dollar ZAR, dollar ZAR. Okay, dollar ZAR, what I'm looking at right here is dollar ZAR is currently testing a resistance level. Okay, at 18.9, currently testing a resistance level. It's testing a resistance level, and I'm starting to see high volumes. Okay, I'm starting to see high volumes form at this level. So again, we need to wait for price action and we need to wait for either the buyers or the selling pressure to let us know what exactly is going on. So what could happen is $ZAR could bounce off this resistance level, okay, and continue to go down. Again, we wait for the volume to validate the price action, or it can break this resistance level. Okay, can break the resistance level, and the buyers can step through, continue the buying momentum. Okay, because as we can see, the buyers have been in control on $ZAR here, and continue to go up. Again, we're going to wait for the volume to tell us that. Okay, what are my thoughts? I don't know. I'm not really too sure what's going to happen. Like Sunny was saying, the president is going to speak later on, so there's going to be some fundamental effects that obviously going to influence where the rand is going to be going. But again, we don't care what the guys say in the news. We simply just focus on the charts, and the charts will tell us what is happening. So if I go to the 15-minute time frame, we can see the market is starting to consolidate right now. Okay, because we know there's a news announcement going to come out from the president. Okay, not a high impact news announcement, but just a presidential announcement regarding the current pandemic. So we'll wait and see. What I'm going to do is I'm going to wait and see what's going to happen after that, and again wait for the price action to tell me what I need to do. So we at a key price level here, so you need to have your gun ready to shoot at this trade, whether it's a buy or a sell, but wait for the volume to tell you exactly what the smart money is thinking. And all you need to be is a smart trader and trade like a smart trader and follow the smart money. If you guys are following with me, USDZAR, give us a USDZAR in the chat box if you are following with me. Sunny,
Yes.
what are your thoughts, man? If you guys are having fun, any questions, guys, any final questions you guys have, please leave a message in the chat box. But Sunny, what are your thoughts so far?
On the ZAR, I'm worried about that highest, that 19 rand 34
Yeah,
that we saw. I think it was 2 weeks ago. I'm actually worried about that because when you go and look at the 4 hour chart, that looks like a nice selling area.
yeah,
So I'm not quite sure because the price is not that far from that zone there. So if you are thinking to buy a dollar against the ZAR, you might want to think twice because it's approaching that zone.
yeah.
However, it might break the zone, but so far, I don't think it's safer for you to be looking to be buying dollars for at this particular time. So, yeah. Also, I mean, it's doing the traditional double top there, but more than anything, we know double tops and double bottoms are formed by volume buying zones. So, yeah. My thoughts on dollars are right now would be to wait a little bit until we see exactly what's happening. Also, I think on your analysis on oil was spot on. We just need to wait because I was doing some research as well on oil, and I heard that Trump is going to try to bail out U.S. oil. So he's going to try. They're going to try to cut production cost by at least 10 million barrels a day. Of which, if that happens, they're planning to do that by the 1st of April. But he did that announcement yesterday, and funny enough, that's where the market started reacting on the crude oil. So we might see a little bit of strength on oil in the future based on whatever Trump said. So yeah, let's watch out for that.
100%, 100%. So let's watch out, guys. Again, as myself and Sunny always say, okay, you need to trade like a smart trader. You need to trade with the banks. Okay, you need to focus on these interest areas, these key interest
Yeah.
areas, and you need to use the volume to tell you exactly whether you need to be a buyer or a seller. Okay, because this is the banks telling us exactly what we need to do. But Sunny, man, that was awesome. That was a good that was a great analysis from your side. Um, show me, let's see your beautiful face again, so
Okay.
our viewers
Uh,
can see our beautiful faces.
Let me see if I can come in quickly. There we go. All right, there we go. There we go. And I don't know if people can see me or I'm still mixing in action there. Yeah, people can see
We
me.
back, we back, we back, man, we back. So yeah,
Yeah,
when are we gonna do the next live stream?
I think safely say let's do it next week, around about this time as well. Next week on a Tuesday, around about this time as well. So because next week to me, I want us to talk about something that we've never really focused on, cryptocurrencies, and I want us to teach people about this exciting future money. You know what I view it, and I'm going to be showing people my back office, my altcoin back office, and show you the coins that I'm actually holding now. And if they're lucky, I'm actually going to be buying a couple of coins right in front of their eyes, because I think I need to invest some more money on crypto. So I might actually be throwing in money live on our YouTube channel, buying cryptocurrencies live. So yeah.
All
So
right.
next week on Tuesday, I think it's safe for me.
Okay, awesome. That was awesome, guys. Sunny, I had a great time. So we'll see you sometime next week. Make sure you subscribe and you click the notification bell on Sunny's channel and on my channel so you can get an update as to when we will be doing the next live stream. But other than that, that was awesome. We'll see you guys later. Goodbye.
Good night, good night, good night.